If you've been following my channel, you probably recognize this car. This is Hans, my 1987 Mercedes 300E, and I picked this up about a year ago to do a rolling restoration series on a W124 chassis. And I know there's a lot of enthusiasts out there that feel this is one of the best, if not the best E-Class that was ever made. That's arguable, but a lot of people feel that way, as demonstrated in a recent video I did a couple months ago comparing the different E-Classes all the way from the W123 up to this W212. And the voting proved that the majority of people felt that this car right here, the W124, was the best E-Class ever. This is a high mileage car, but it was superbly maintained by the original owner with receipts that are about a 1/4 inch thick. Right now, I want to take you around the car. We're going to take a look at the engine. We're going to take a look at the interior. We're going to take a look at the body. This could become a show car. This engine compartment looks real clean, I think primarily because the previous owner cared about the car. He cared how it looked. If you notice here, this tank is probably new. But what I'm looking at are things that will make this car easier to restore to a show quality condition. So I'm looking at rubber seals here, hood seals, condition of vents, wiper. All this rubber and everything looks absolutely amazing for how old this car is. But here's the kicker right here. This is what I look at. Look at these bolts. You see the fender bolts? No chipped paint. That means these fenders have never been messed with. And then if you look over on the hood hinges right here, look at that, no chipped paint on those hood hinge bolts. That means the hood's never been off, the engine's never been out of this car. And I think we have a really good base to start with. The only problem is this engine smokes and goes through spark plug. The interior is exceptional. This is MB-Tex, it's not leather, so that's why it's in such good condition. But I'm chuckling here because very seldom do I see map pockets that are still staying up. And this one's staying up. Look at the carpets. Carpets are excellent. In the rear, even the rear shelf up here hasn't been all faded. So this is an excellent start on the rear part of the interior of this car. Now there are a couple issues here in the front. Okay, let's start out with the driver's seat, which usually is an issue on these cars. I've got some cracking right here in the vinyl. Now the back is cracked here. So ideally, if I can find, I don't want to reupholster the seats, I don't want to buy aftermarket upholstery. What I want to do is I want to find a good gray right side seat. And I can use the good upholstery and I'll just change this upper and lower cover. Here you can see the cracking in the center armrest is very typical on these old Mercedes. So I'll be looking for a mint armrest here. I'm really fussy about my wood because that's something you look at all the time when you're driving. Now the wood up here is okay, the wood here is okay, but the big one is the dash. I can't live with a cracked dash on a car that I intend to make show quality. The thing that absolutely amazes me about this 300E is the paint and the body. There's no rust. This is all original paint. There isn't a spot on this car that ever has been repainted. There's only a couple little flaws. There's a little teeny dent right down here. And there's one up here you can hardly see right in this corner here. But there are no door dings. When you're looking at a car like this, you want to look at the gaps. See how consistent these gaps are? That means this car's never been hit in the back. The deck lid's never been removed. And, you know, the taillight lenses are in excellent condition. The rear bumper is real nice. But come on down the side here. Try to find a door ding. I've often said that when you find a car that doesn't have any door dings, it usually means the person that owned the car really cared about it. They cared where they parked it. And this car has obviously been garaged because all the rubber seals are good. I'm not going to have to replace any rubber seals. The 124 has a glued-in front and rear window, so I don't have to worry about water leaks. The mirrors are excellent. All the glass is in very good condition. And looking down here, this body is one of the nicest W124s I've seen in the last few years. So if you look at the front here, we've got a couple of cracks in these headlight doors. The marker lenses are excellent. And you can see here the grill bar's got a few dings in. We're talking show quality here. I know a lot of you say, okay, you don't need to worry about that. Well, I want to make this a show quality 124. The right side is the same as the left side. You just come on down this side here with the camera. Even this rubber stripping has not all faded and all they get kind of dusty when they've been exposed to too much UV. Wait until we buff this paint out. When we get a buffer to this paint, you're going to be absolutely shocked. Keep in mind that this car is 39 years old, and if you have someone tell you a 39-year-old car is rust-free, I'm sure you're going to go, yeah, right. What does he mean rust-free? I'm going to show you something that you probably won't see on any other W124 that's short of like 50,000 miles and has been in the garage his whole life. You will not believe the condition of this car underneath. Look at this. That's not a respray. That is factory original paint. And usually you'll find a little rust back in here on the backside of the bumper, but there's nothing. There's not even any surface rust. And moving forward here, you can see the trailing arms and the springs. It's got new shocks that were replaced a while ago. When have you ever seen a rear suspension on a W124 this clean? And then moving forward, you can't see it here, but we did completely replace the fuel delivery system, fuel pump, filters, accumulator, and so on. It's got new flex discs. You can see the rear end's got a little bit of seepage. Rear end is making noise. That's one of the issues that I will discuss in the description on this vehicle. And I should clarify here, you might find a few spots of rust on the exhaust, but that doesn't count. The exhaust is not part of the car. All right, let's move forward. Look at these pans, both sides, rockers, jack points, not even a spot of surface rust. Most of these have cancer. Okay, and then back here, the rear mount's been changed. Let's see, get the light up in there. Rear mount's been changed, flex disc has been changed. The center bearing carrier and mount were changed because they were making a little bit of noise. And then right here we have the transmission, totally rebuilt 722.3 transmission. We're talking clutch packs, seals, everything. The transmission shifts smoothly and shifts correctly. Look at here, no leaks. No leaks around either the transmission or the rear seal on the engine. You want to know why? When I had the transmission out, I replaced the engine rear seal. So you do see a little bit of oil collecting here. The engine does have high mileage on it. I think you can see I'm proving my point here. Look up in here, and this is another area right up in here that right behind the front bumper. You don't even have any surfaces. All these bolts still have CAD plating on them. So this is a very unusual W124 when it comes to chassis condition. Looking underneath this right front fender, I don't think this car has been driven in the rain very much. Look at this. And you know, it's had recent Bilstein shocks replaced here in the front. And you come along here and you always will find some type of rust, spot rust, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing. And check out this jack point. There's not even any rust in the hole. Have you ever seen that before? I think you're gonna have to admit that's pretty amazing for a car that has over 200,000 miles. Now, if you can find a 300E out there that has a nicer chassis than this one with this kind of mileage, send me the pictures. So why am I showing you all this anyway? Well, I've recently made the decision to go ahead and sell this car due to a number of reasons. I'm not going to be able to complete it. And I'm hoping to find a 300E enthusiast out there that wants a chance to own a car like this. This is an amazing project. I will put in the description on my website a detailed list of things I feel need to be done mechanically. There's very little that needs to be done cosmetically. You see the paint. Can you imagine what it would cost to go out and have the car stripped, put all new seals on it, and have a show quality paint job put on a 300E? It would cost you more than what I'm going to be asking for this car. So if you're interested, I'm going to put a link in the description below this video. It'll take you right to the website. I'm hoping I can see this car go to someone that will complete it to its show quality condition.